back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LCK Team of the Week for Week 2. If you haven't seen Week 1, I'll put a link in the description and you guys can go check that out. So without further ado, let's do this. Starting out in the top lane, we have got ROX Tigers Smeb. Smeb played 2 games against ESC Ever and 3 games against MVP, with his most impressive performance on Echo, going 5-1-8 in Game 1 against Ever, earning him the MVP award for that match. He also had 2 very solid performances on Maokai. There was also another game on Trundle, which you don't see on his card, where he dominated his lane against MVP's ADD, who was playing Fizz in that matchup. His final KDA for that game was 3-2-10. I couldn't fit it on the card, obviously, because there was not enough space. I would like to give honorable mentions to SKT Duke and KT Someday, who both had a solid Week 2 as well in the top lane. In the jungle, we have got another ROX Tigers player who synergized really well with Smeb, and his name is Peanut. Yes, what a summoner name. Anyway, he was in my opinion the most aggressive jungler for Week 2, as well as being the most consistent. He did not have any bad games, and even in his team's only loss against MVP in Game 2, he still had a very solid performance on Rek'Sai in my opinion. Unfortunately, in that game, his team couldn't handle the Amumu pick. It was so good to see Amumu in the professional scene. Peanut also received the 1 MVP award for his Elise game against MVP in Game 1, where he applied so much pressure in my opinion in the top lane and around the map, and his cocoons were always on point. In his other games, he went 4-1-4 on Graves, 1-1-11 once again on Graves, and 1-1-8 on Nidalee in a game you do not see on his card. Overall, he was absolutely outstanding. Now to the mid lane, and guess who? Yes, you guessed it. The man, the myth, the legend, SKT Faker. As you can see from his card, he pretty much just played the 1 champion. In fact, in all 4 of his games he played Azir, definitely seems to be in that Faker mood, completely dominating his opposition, and I wonder if anybody is going to stop him at Worlds this year. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. He picked up the 2 MVP awards against SKT's rivals KT Rolster. The other 2 matches he played were against CJ Entus, and as always, he was coming up with a number of big plays, with this one coming up being my favorite of the week.
The sustain is so huge for SK Telecom that it's just easy for them to back off, especially when there's 7K.
Oh, Faker's going in, big flashes and knocks back 2 people with the Embers Divide. They're going to find BDD, and Untara is going to follow suit, and Faker with the big play underneath the inhibitor tower.
In the AD carry position, we have got Samsung's Ruler. Samsung Galaxy themselves won all 4 games during Week 2. Ruler was definitely pivotal in those wins. Ruler picked up the 2 MVP awards to be alongside Faker as the only 2 players to get 2 MVP awards during the week. Ruler was so beautiful to watch on his Ashe, hitting a number of long range ultimates and coming up with many major plays. It's no surprise his 2 MVP awards were on his Ashe games, 1 against Afreeca and 1 against MVP. His other 2 games he played on Ezreal, and once again he was very solid in both those games, going 7-1-6 and 3-0-4. He was by far the standout AD carry for the week and rightly earns his spot in my team of the week. To complete the bot lane, we had to put the other Samsung member in the team of the week. He goes by the name of Wraith. He had an absolutely outstanding week, particularly his 3 games on Nami. His Nami was pure perfection, and he really made life easy for Ruler and the rest of his team to carry. His Nami bubbles and ultimates were of high quality. He picked up the 1 MVP award for his Nami game against Afreeca, where he went 0-0-14. As you can see in his other games, his KDA was really impressive as well. In fact, his overall KDA for the week was 25, him only having 2 deaths in his 4 games, and he rightly deserves his position in my team of the week. In summary, this is my complete LCK team of the week for Week 2. If you would like to see more of these types of videos, please leave a like and show your support, and as always, have a nice day.